All right, so welcome back to Whitehouse Farm. Today we're gonna be doing one of these split rims, otherwise known as suicide rims, and this is gonna be pretty much taking it all apart. So let's get into it. So as you can see, this is the old style rim, and this type of split rim actually has a little groove in it where these are turned in to lock in. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get that valve stem out, or the core. We're gonna take that out, and then we're gonna go ahead and start deflating that. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and chain the tire up, because these have been known, mostly when you're filling them and putting new tires on, that they'll blow off and they can actually end up killing someone or taking an arm off or seriously injuring you. So extreme caution when doing this. You're gonna want to run them through this whole thing. All right, so now that we got that all chained up, we're gonna go ahead and deflate the tire. We're gonna take that valve stem out right there. So just pick which hand you think you could do without. So I'm a righty, so I'm gonna use my left hand, and we're gonna go ahead and take the core out. All right, so we got the core out. So now the next thing we want to do, we want to use a bead breaker and get this off the bead, push this down, break it off there. And fortunately, I got a nice little bead breaker right here. So I'm going to use that right there to break the bead, which is definitely a lot safer. Okay, so we got the bead broken up pretty good there. That thing works pretty good. Let's go ahead and take the chain off now. Alright, so welcome back. All the research I've done, looking up online, everything, and going to all the different shops, there's no one that can help me out with this. I was trying to figure out how to take that rim off there, and it's not like your conventional split rim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the tire off, and then I'm going to see how it's on from there. So my main thing right now is we're going to use the grinders, maybe the Sawzall. We're going to cut this tire off, and then we're going to try and find out the mechanics of that, how it works. And then that way, the next one we'll be able to take off, hopefully, from the actual the tire without having to cut it. But this is what we're going to have to do for now. So, got my little helper, but he's got to stand way back, right? And remember, we already got this deflated. We already got the valve stem out, or the core, and basically we're just gonna have to cut that. So So we gotta get that right there. All right, I finally cut that piece off. My camera had cut out, unfortunately. It was a pain in the butt. But now you can actually see that's the only mark in there where I could possibly take those rims off. So I'm gonna try and it was right there, right? Yeah, right there. So I couldn't see that little slot. It's so tiny. Let's go ahead and take that off. There we go. I'm sure this probably gotta pry this off somehow here. What? All right. Got that other one off. All right, so let's bust some of the rust off of here. All right, so the sandblaster is not cooperating with me. I've tried many different things with it. It's just, I don't know. I'll have to work on it at some other point. I need to get this done. So we're gonna use this. Alright, so we got that down pretty good. Now let's do the other side. Hey guys, what you doing? Oh, we were sandblasting and now we're trying to bust the rust off of this. Oh, okay. You need help? Nah, we're good, Obo. I appreciate it though. You want me to chew the paint off? I would, but we gotta be careful with it. Oh, you sticking your tongue out at us? Okay, so 20x looks like a 6.0 to 6.5 XL USA 2 and then a 78. Okay, let's go ahead and get some rusty metal primer on there. All right, so now it's got the primer on there. We're gonna go ahead and use the high heat. This is gas and oil resistant black spray paint on this. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up our final coat on this. And we're using 2-time coverage, paint and primer. All right, so now it's time to start assembling this thing. We got all the sandblasting done, all the rust busted off, layers of primer and paint. We're ready to start putting this thing together. So first thing we want to do is the inner tube. So get that in there. And we want to give it a little bit of air to get it in there seated. All right, there we go. Now it's not all crunched up and stuff. Now we can go ahead and put the flap in. All right. So now the flap's all in there. Next thing to do is put it on the tire, or on the rim. This was the point where I realized I forgot to put the valve stem through first. And once that tire goes on there, it's extremely hard to get it off. So I ended up pulling the top part of the tire up, pushing it down in, and then using a pair of pliers to pull it out through the hole in the rim. But it was a pain. So if you can remember to do that ahead of time, do that, and also use some dish soap to help the tire slide on. Once again, I've never done this, and there's very few people around that know about how to do this, even searching on YouTube. That's kind of why I'm doing this video. So I hope this helps someone out, learning from my mistakes, but it's all a learning process, and it was, you know, kind of fun. So I got about halfway on and was able to get the valve stem through. Alright, so welcome back to Whitehouse Farm. He's going to show me the correct way to do this. It's a little bent. Alright, first thing we're going to do is get that core out. There it goes. Alright, Jim is one of the last in the few lines of people that actually know how to do this, and actually know that this is called a continuous rim, not a split rim. And he's over there repairing a Mack truck tire right now and rim. So he's going to show me how to do this while I haven't used a Sawzall and all that good stuff that you saw in the first video there. So we're going to do this the right way so you know how. And I know how. And this is going to be a good reference for me for future. What's this, just alcohol, or is it bead breaker?
This is skin, but we normally do that. This makes it real slippery.
Gotcha.
When you take this, it goes like this. Right?
Yep.
You don't have to go crazy swing. Just start here, work it around, and finally, once you get it broke down a little bit, it'll go right down. If you want it, if you want the sliding hammer, I got one of them too.
I'll use this at this one.
Just kind of like take a practice for it, you know? Keep your feet firmly, you know?
That? I think it's getting used to it.
Well, yeah, you just gotta figure out how to.
see how that's the stuff he put on it to break up the bead there. And as you see, you got to get that down in there, and it breaks the bead. So I got to invest in one of these. And you see now, I think I did it.
I go back here in the historical section and get a tire iron. And now you gotta find the knots.
I saw it earlier. Where was it? Oh, right here. Okay. Yep.
I don't know, one of these bars will get in there.
This one looks like
Got a spitter going on. Alright, so we gotta keep this down.
that down. Oh, there.
So it
Gotcha.
pushes in, you know.
Yep.
I don't know if you can get this. Once you got it, it's strong, it's tough, you know. Once you get it over,
Yep.
then you just work it around.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you might have to get another bar in there to help it, you know. Gotta get it started.
Yep.
You gotta get this. Might have to lift this up. underneath it.
The tools was kicking our butt, so we finally decided to go ahead and pry it up, and that actually ended up working. These things are definitely not easy, and they're on there really good. Alright, so got the tube and flap in. Yeah, I was on the ground doing this. I'm gonna get it off there. Got boob on it. Yeah, I was using Dawn dish soap.
That looks good.
It got so slick though, I was standing on it, I wiped out.
I used to use Joy because it's cheap.
Oh, Joy, yeah.
Pink stuff.
Yep.
See, there's no room for air on these. Right. A little bit of distortion.
Yeah. I'll see you again. I'll be bringing you honey.
Probably hit that with a hand. Yeah, because it's tough. Down.
Take some air out.
Yeah. Might have enough. Probably take the core right out.
Take the core right out. Yeah, or no, we gotta. Look. All right, so we got it all set now. Just need to get home, mount it on the dump truck, and then finish topping it off. Got roughly about 40 PSI in it. It's seated all the way around. And yeah, so let's get home, get this on the dump truck and fill it up and go for a ride. All right, let's go ahead and get this new tire on, and then we'll hook up the air pump to it, and we'll go ahead and pump it up to 85 PSI. This tire actually has the PSI in what they call KPA, and there's a conversion for that. You can actually go online, you can Google KPA to PSI. The max for this tire I think is 117 PSI, but we're gonna put 85 in it, and that's where we're gonna keep it at. So let's go ahead and get it mounted and get the air pump over here and stand back and finish pumping her up. Okay, so this is programmable, so I'll be able to do air, and then I could set it to 85. So let's go ahead and get that on there. Okay, we got that on there. It's mounted. So all we gotta do now is just hit the air button and stand back and let it pump up. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get the other side on. All right, so now that it's actually daylight out, I had to finish putting the other tire and rim on last night. So today I actually took it, did roughly about 2 hours worth of driving with it, getting sand and coming back and all that stuff, and just driving it around, seeing how it handles and everything. And it's holding up good. So that's always a plus, that the continuous rings didn't fly off and hurt anyone or hurt myself. But it's all on there now, so now I just got to finish. I'm gonna finish painting them up, and this one I gotta still sand this all down, get all that off, and then I'll paint it like the other one. I didn't have to go ahead and bust the rust off the whole inside of this one and everything, because this one was done a couple years ago. Unfortunately, the guy that did them retired, so he does it in, I mean, he was reaching his 80s, so as you see in the videos, these are no joke to try and put on, so always use caution. And even myself, I'll probably only use these until they start to go again, and then I'm going to try and find some tubeless. I'm going to have to try and find some rims and then tubeless for this pattern. But if you guys know anything that would fit this, or how to or someone around that might be able to reach on the internet, go ahead and leave a comment down below. It was a lot of work, and those old timers really busted their humps getting these things on here. They're no joke. So once again, hope you guys like, enjoy, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
You can't say goodbye without saying goodbye to me.
All right, Olaf. We'll see you on the next one. All right. Bye, Obo.
Bye, guys.